Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW CommandMC 66-Day Challenge 2.0, and today is day 29. So far in the challenge, we have covered two very important applets, and that's our Recruit and Associates applet inside of CommandMC. Today we're going to dive into applet number 3, which is going to be Administration. We're going to start off the Administration applet by covering our Luxury tab. So let's open up the Administration applet. We'll see we've got a drop-down menu here on the left-hand side. If you don't see this menu, just click on that little caret there. And we're going to start off by going into Luxury. So on the Luxury screen, you're going to see a whole bunch of information. We'll cover it over the next day or two. First off, you've got Luxury Requests here at the top right. You've got your Luxury Settings menu at the very top, your Counties and Thresholds menu here in the middle, and then we've got our Qualified Luxury Agent roster. To start off on the roster, left to right, you're going to have agent name, their status, their earn-in date, luxury units sold past 24 months, their earn-out date, and then the luxury units needed. On the status, you're going to have one of 5, potentially 4 or 5 different statuses. You can see 3 of them on the screen. We'll talk about the other 2. So the first is luxury agent. These agents have earned into the luxury community. So they're in right now, solid, ready to go. There's no additional work you would need to do with these agents. Next up, you have earn out soon. We don't have any of those on the screen, but that's going to be a yellow status. Essentially, that means they are earned in. However, they are 6 months away from earning out. Basically, their earn-in date is 6 months or less from now, and they have not requalified, if you will. So that's going to be a yellow status. It's going to have a little hourglass icon. It's going to say earn out soon. That means they are at least 6 months away or less, and you can see when their earn out date would be in this column, and then how many additional luxury units they need in order to requalify. Next up, you've got requested. So you can see that on the screen. This is basically an agent who maybe didn't qualify, and yet for some reason or another, the leadership team has requested a luxury exception request. We'll go over that tomorrow, and the request is still pending. So that request would go to the region for them to review and then decide whether to approve that or not. Sometimes I see this happen when you have an R2 join, a luxury agent join from another brokerage. Obviously, they haven't sold any luxury units yet with your brokerage or your market center. However, they should be considered a luxury unit if they've sold the appropriate number of units in the right price point in the right county. That might be a good reason to request that. So we'll go over luxury request soon. The second one is going to be, the fourth status is eligible. So you would see luxury eligible, or I think it just says eligible. It's green. And what that status means is, hey, they've sold enough units, but you haven't approved them yet. Now, we'll talk about auto approval either today or tomorrow. Tomorrow or the next day, we'll talk about auto approval. If you have auto approval turned on for your market center, you won't ever see that status. You won't see the eligible status because as soon as they become eligible, they turn into a luxury agent. If you don't have auto approval turned on, then you would see eligible by anyone that had sold the appropriate number of units at the price points that are required in the counties that are required as well. Finally, the fifth status, not approved. You can see that here on the screen. That means that a luxury agent status exception request was submitted. However, that request was denied by regional leadership, and you can see that status here. So those are the 5 statuses. Again, luxury agent, eligible, right? So that's a luxury agent that's eligible but has not been approved yet. Earn out soon, that's a luxury agent that has been approved but is within 6 months of earning out and they have not sold the required number of units yet. And then finally, you've got 2 last ones. You've got requested, which is your exception request submitted, and then not approved, which means your exception request was submitted, however, not approved by your regional leadership. As a heads up as well, you can click on any one of these agents' names. It's going to bring up their associate card, kind of their profile as a luxury agent. That's going to allow you to see a lot of information. So you can see the agent's contact information. You can see their required units to remain a luxury agent. you can see their average luxury price. In this case, we had an exception request. You can see I also have the ability to cancel that request. And then you can also see finally their transaction history over the past 24 months. So if someone calls you and says, hey, I think I qualified for luxury, you could get an idea to make sure, hey, do we have all the appropriate closed transaction history in the actual profile? And that's where you might say, hey, I know you sold a luxury property in this county, however, it was just shy of the threshold, so that one didn't qualify. Whatever it may be, if you need to do some research around a particular agent who believes that they have or maybe have not, been qualified to become a luxury agent. So tomorrow or the next day, we'll talk about a couple more things, your counties and thresholds, your auto-approved luxury requests, how to make edits to these. So stay tuned for all of that. We'll dive a little bit further in, but for now, this is your introduction to your luxury tab on your administration applet. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day, and as always, I look forward to speaking with you again real soon.